Okay, we have a 1,500 point battle for you today. I'm playing a Saim Hann army. Pretty similar to most that I've used, except I've swapped out a unit of Swooping Hawks and bought myself another Farseer, a second Farseer. There's one squad of just 3 bikes in reserve for me, and I'm facing a beautifully painted Necron army. There's a huge squad of Immortals with Tesla, squad of Immortals with Gauss, giant squad full-sized of Scarabs, a Stalker with the particle cannon thing, 2 Annihilation Barges, a Ghost Arc. I don't even know what's inside the Ghost Arc.
Oh, I also have a Doom Scythe in reserve.
Okay, what's in the Ghost Arc? Like what?
10 warriors.
Oh, just 10 warriors inside the Ghost Arc. Okay, and there's a Doom Scythe flyer waiting to come on the board. My opponent has rolled for his Warlord gets Furious Charge inside my deployment zone. Furious Charge him and his unit. My Warlord over here, this Farseer, if we can call him a Warlord, gains victory points every time he kills a guy in a challenge. We both rolled on the personal trait, and my opponent can try steal initiative if he wants. Do you want to steal initiative?
He's not going to.
He's not going to. Okay, cool. He's going to let me go first. So we're off to the races. We're fighting over 2 objectives. Emperor's Will. 1 objective here, 1 objective here. Pretty close together. Check it out. Pretty close together. It's going to be a real grind. I like it. So back in a bit with the top of turn 1 for Eldar. Rounding up top of turn 1. What happened? Fortune on this squad. Fortune on this squad. Those guys flew out over here. Basically, I combined a bunch of shooting into the Scarabs. Stuff that was on this side of the board, so that means these guys, the Vypers, they managed to actually blow away a lot. The Vypers killed like 5 of these guys. That unit killed another 2 of them because of the insta-killing on failed saves. Pretty impressive for shooting around there. These guys flew up here. I was debating assaulting in there, but I managed to gun down so much in that army there that it wasn't worth assaulting, so I just shimmied back a little bit in position for second turn. These guys flew up over here, and these flew up over here. A combination shooting into there blew away 6 of these guys. They made their leadership, though, and 3 returned back from reanimation protocols. This guy got a beautiful shot in on a Annihilation Barge that was right there. Clipped that guy. That guy made his cover save. Annihilation Barge had no cover save and exploded. I just got really lucky. Penetrated, exploded him, took him down. This guy over here helped blast down, those 6 guys, 3 of which returned. And that was about it. We shimmied back behind the building, used our Jetbike move to kind of shimmy ourselves between the Vypers, and these guys moved over there. And it is on to bottom of turn 1 for Necrons. Back in the day, rounding up bottom of turn 1 for Necrons. What happened? Triarch Stalker moved out, got some hits into here, actually killed a guy. Only caused 1 or 2 saves, but the rerollable failed on 1 guy, so that my guy with no abilities that was in the front of the unit got chumped. As a result, his entire army was twin-linked against these guys. Those Immortals, these Immortals, the 10 warriors and the vehicle over there, everything fired into here, but miraculously made all of my saves. Some wounds were caused, but just, fortune was too strong this round. These guys over here just moved up and ran. They ran all the way up here. They're getting as close as they can to as many vehicles as possible for next turn if I can't kill them. So pretty interesting there. And it is on to top of turn 2. We're going to see if my crappy little Jetbike unit of 3 guys shows up on a 3+. No, mercifully they're off the board. Thank goodness. All right. And it is on to top of turn 2. Okay, so rounding up middle of top of turn 2. What happened? Fortune on here. These guys flew in. And I've decided to be bold. I'm going to go against this Walker, but interestingly enough, because the way it works, his armor in the front is +2. It works against melee hits. Now, normally melee hits go on the rear of a vehicle, so it doesn't matter. But here with the Walker, he's going to have +2 armor even in melee. So that's pretty brutal. My Witchblades are going to need some good rolls to glance him. But we're being bold. I had a chance to just assault these guys and just try to sweep them off the board, but I'm going to be gutsy because I don't have that many guns to take care of this thing. So I'm going to try to be gutsy and take this guy down. In the meantime, what else is happening? And I do like the fact that I'm going to be on the objective because that sort of helps me to deny it, at least from here. Other stuff that happened. Shooting. Stuff moved up. My opponent popped a solar flare from some kind of cryptek somewhere, so it was night fighting for just my turn, so a lot of stuff had shrouding. These guys flew up, managed to gun down those guys despite them having some cover saves because they were within 12 inches. They managed to just insta-kill those Scarabs. Some other shooting over here. I tried to put some wounds on here, but this guy took 9 or 10 saves, succeeded all of them except 1. Pretty impressive there. Shooting from that thing, tried to blast here, drifted on the Walker, but didn't do anything to him because he had shrouding, plus he had 5+ cover from the trees. Shooting from that guy, tried to blast in on his vehicle. Figure what happened over here, but
what happened again? Oh, I made it say it. Or you didn't
Oh yeah,
do
oh
it.
yeah. I just didn't penetrate. Yeah,
Yeah,
I couldn't penetrate him here. Managed to kill one guy over here. Oh, we haven't rolled to see if he comes back. See if he stands up on a 4+ with the orb. Is that one guy?
He does.
Yeah, he stands up. We clipped one guy over here, but you know that's there. And that was pretty much it. So these guys moved up, fired a bunch of stuff. Got 11-inch on the assault phase. They moved back. Those guys got another move over there with their Eldar Jetbikes, and we're gonna see what happens in this combat. This is pretty. This might be a mistake because it's going to take such high rolls to glance this guy because he's got armor 13 in the front as a walker. But we're going to try. We're going to try our best. Okay, witness the challenge of using Witchblades against armor 13 and 14. Against armor 10 and 11, we're pretty good just as before, but against 13, man, 1 hull point stripped on a single glancing hit there. No good. No damage in return, so you know we win combat, but it doesn't matter too much otherwise. And that is it. So on to bottom of turn 2. We're going to see if the flyer shows up. He's on a 4. So back in a bit. Okay, so rounding up bottom of turn 2. Man, what happened here? This guy flew on, did a laser beam. That's a doom sight. Picked a point here. Mercifully only went 6 inches. Unfortunately blew away one of my big gun guys, the guys with the shuriken cannons. Mercifully didn't do anything to the vehicle. He rolled a 1 with his strength 10, but then his Tesla Destructor got 1 penetration, 1 glance. I failed my Jinx save on both. And now I can't move or shoot next round, so I can only snapfire, which of course I can't snapfire the big gun. Couldn't make any Jinx saves there. Couldn't make any Jinx saves here. Basically what happened is like some useless dudes inside there and that vehicle got a grand total through all that shooting, 3 glances, and I couldn't make a single Jinx save. So that guy's just toast. No good, man. No good. This thing flew over here. Combination helped to blast. Blasted in. These guys actually killed 1 dude. He had to go 12 inches, snap fired in here, killed one guy. These guys moved up, tried to blow away my Vypers, but mercifully, combination of with their shooting, they only managed to get 1 hull point on me. And that was about it. And over here in combat, 1 billion hits again, and I just couldn't get even not even a single glance on him. So he's still down to 2 hull points. But you know what? Screw it. I don't care. I'm denying that objective. I'm in a happy place so far. He didn't want to charge me with those guys, so instead he fired them into here, gunned down most of this unit. Actually, forgot leadership on this unit. Leadership at 8 on that unit there. Yeah, they make it with a 5 because they're lost a couple members. But that's pretty tough. So my this guy's almost dead. My other 5 Prism's toast. We're gonna have to really make something happen here. Okay, rounding up bottom of turn 3. The Jetbike squad finally came on, and they just moved over here. I fired them, these guys. These guys flew up before chickening back. A ton of shooting into here, but only got 1 extra wound on this guy, so he's down to 1 wound, and we killed 1 or 2 guys, but they made their... oh no, he didn't return to life at least. In a stroke of luck, these guys, with their 14 shots, blasted in here, got 3 6s, and of those got 1 penetration. He elected not to evade because he wants to fire his Doom Ray, and I was lucky enough to immobilize him, so at least he's locked velocity, 36 inches every turn, so be it there. This guy was not able to do anything. Over here, we finally managed to kill that walker. We got a bunch of hits in. One of them was a penetration, exploded him, killed 1 guy, but, wounded 1. Yeah, killed 1 guy, but he returned, didn't wound any of us, and we consolidated only 3 inches. So that's what happened in that turn. It is on to bottom of turn 3 now. That was top of turn 3, this is bottom of turn 3. Okay, so rounding up bottom of turn 3, what happened? Pretty good turn for the Necrons. This guy flew out over here, because he locked velocity. Unfortunately, got a line laser beam through my 3 dudes, but rolled 1s for every single one, so he couldn't do much to them over there. Over here, shooting into these guys, blew away one of these dudes, one of the Jetbikers. They tried to charge. He needed like boxcars or something, but he failed. I did manage to fire back, but I didn't kill anybody with my Overwatch. Over here, pretty lucky stuff. Well, tons of shooting. Let's not make stuff up here. There's tons and tons of shooting. So he did pretty well against my council. I couldn't make too many rerolls, but so be it. I mean, there's just a hail of fire coming at me. My opponent earned it and killed most of the council except for my Farseer, who's down to 2 wounds, and that guy is still alive. That's the reroll leadership. We made a leadership check. We failed our first roll, but thanks to the rerollable leadership from the Embolden guy that I've been keeping alive with the checks and stuff, we passed our second one, and it is on to top of turn 4. Just really quickly, also forgot to mention that whoa, somebody is sneezing away over there. Some shooting here blew away one of my Vypers. That 1 hull point got stripped away. as some shooting came in on this unit. So just thought I'd mention. So a little mid-top of turn 4 wrap-up. There is a combat starting over here. We managed to charge in despite Overwatch. We fired a bunch of stuff in there. One of those bikers that's hidden behind the building now managed to get a wound in here, but no one died from this squad. Oh no, sorry, one guy died from this squad. Out of their shooting. We charged in successfully, and they're going to be wrapping around us in a second. What else happened this turn? Combination shooting from these guys. Those guys over there. Mindwar this time got denied on a 6+. My Mindwar got denied. Stupid deny the witch. What are you gonna do? Shooting from those guys. All that shooting managed to gun down the entire unit. The Cryptek stood up again though. The Lord is still down to 1 wound. We hid behind that building there. Oh, I forgot to fire this guy. Do you mind if I fire this guy, or is it too late now? Ah, it's too late now. Whatever. I forgot to fire this guy. I'm a chump. So be it. And it is on to combat over there. So rounding up that combat, we killed 3 of those guys, no wounds in return, but they made their leadership, and then one guy stood up. And so yeah, we're going to see what happens. Bottom of turn 4, coming right up. I wish I had remembered to fire this guy. He's in this area where everything else is dead, so I totally forgot about that, but so be it, eh? Back in a bit. Bottom of turn 4, what happened? This thing moved up, zotted into here, wasn't able to kill anybody. However, shooting from the guys inside there, and one of those sides, 45-degree arc, managed to actually kill one guy over here. Shooting over here, tried to kill these guys, couldn't do it, and then tried to charge, but Overwatch actually killed that guy. However, he rolled double 1s anyways. Wow, stupid double 1. What are you going to do there to charge? Over here in this combat, bit of a gong show. We killed one guy, but they killed no one in return, but they made their leadership again. So we're just denying that objective right now. That's it. And it's on to top of turn 5. Last thing I forgot to mention, this guy had to fly off the board. Lock velocity, he was already in this area, he had to fly off the board. So that's why he is off the board. Okay, so rounding up this turn, what happened? Fortunately, these guys, as usual, they decided to move up. I sent a bunch of stuff in here. The bikes that were here and this surviving Viper gunned down that unit, but with Ever Living and Ever Living, they both stood up, gained 3 inches. So I had to be bold. Instead, I flew them out there. I was going to do a Mindwar, but screw it. There's no point going after this with my Witchblade because there's 4 hull points. I turbo boosted over here, and I've decided to use to block this as a shield because I want my Farseer. If anybody's going to fight there, it'll be with the Farseer. Over here, these guys moved up and turbo boosted because there was nothing else to shoot at. Their strength 6 guns couldn't hurt anything. Combat over here, we one by one. We killed another guy, but they made their leadership, so they stuck it out, and the guy returned back. That fire prism actually finally remembered, fired into here, but scattered away off somewhere. And so we're on to the bottom of turn 5. Back in. Okay, rounding up bottom of turn 5. What happened this turn? We haven't done combat yet. These guys got fired at by the vehicle, double shots, but couldn't get any glances through. This thing blasted into here, couldn't kill anybody though. This thing flew on. And by some dumb luck, first rolled a 1 with his strength 10 AP 1 beam, then rolled a bunch of hits, but rolled all less than 5 or 6, so somehow, but miraculously, this guy's alive. Over here, shooting from warriors, shooting from other stuff, tried to blow away this unit, but couldn't kill anybody. And instead, these guys charged in. I got 2 wounds in on these guys, but the Cryptek made both his saves from Overwatch. So now they're charging in. We've already rolled for Mind Shackles. I've passed my leadership check on 3 dice. And he's about to issue a challenge. I've accepted with this guy, and we're going to see what happens here. We're going to see what happens over there. Back in okay, so bottom of turn 5, what happened? These guys, so in that combat, a bit of a gong show. However, he managed to put a wound on me. I got 1 wound on him, but his 2+ succeeded. He got 2 Warsight wounds in on me. With my rerollable 4+, I passed 1, but couldn't pass the other. I lost 1 wound there. We attacked the Cryptek, couldn't put any wounds on him. He got 1 wound on us, but we made our save, so we lost by 1 total. We made our leadership though. We've stuck it out. Over there, gong show combat, no wounds caused anywhere. We're going to see if the game ends on a 1 or 2. Let's roll it up. No, game continues to turn 6. Rounding up real quick now, what happened this turn? We shot a bunch of stuff. This thing fired in here again, got through, penetrated him, but he made a stupid Jinx save. Those guys decided to fire rear armor, only got 1 penetration, 1 glance only, unfortunately. They made it through Jink, but penetration didn't do anything, just made it so he can't shoot, which he ignored with his living metal. But he's down to 1 hull point. Over here, random shooting into the squad, killed a bunch of guys, kills 4 guys. They made their leadership though, but nobody stood up. Over here, combat, gong show, no wounds caused anywhere. Mind shackles succeeded on me, jiggled my head, but I passed my saves. No wounds caused at all. Over here, I failed fortune by rolling 6, 6, 6. 3 6s, 1 in like a million of odds of that happening, and of course I failed. Luckily, my ghost helm stopped the perils, but I actually tied combat. We killed one guy, but he managed to sneak one failed wound through killing my council member because I didn't have fortune anymore. Man, who rolls triple sixes on fortune? I did. That's who. These guys, those Jetbikes started over here, moved up, flatted out over there. So they actually decided that they're gonna, because I failed fortune, I'm gonna need more presence over there to actually try to contest that objective. And it's okay, so rounding up this turn, what happened bottom of turn turn 6? These guys moved in over here, gunned into this unit by some miracle. Only one guy died though. They made their leadership on an 8. Over there, shooting from this thing, shooting from the side of this vehicle, gunned all those guys down except one. He made his leadership though. This thing had to fly off the board, the Doom Scythe. Over here, combat gong show. No wounds caused. No wounds caused over here. We're going to see if the game ends on a 1, 2, or 3. Please end this misery. Stupid game continues. I have to leave, but okay, the game continues. Well, whatever. I want to give you a chance to win here. I want to give you a chance to win. So let's round up. We did the entire turn 7 because it was so fast. Bunch of combats over there, gong show. Bunch of combats over here, gong show. These guys eventually, on my turn, I fired at this guy. A bunch of shooting, killed almost nobody. They all returned back, and this stupid thing keeps rebuilding them. This guy flew on, wiped out my Vypers. Bunch of gong show combats though. We're both, nobody has any objectives. We're both denying this objective, denying that objective. However, I do have first blood, and I do have denial units in my opponent's deployment zone. I think you have a denial unit here anyways. I think this is 12 inches, but I think I win it by 1 point. This is literally just first blood does it for me. Yeah, 12 inches. Yeah, you do have a denial in as well. So we both have denial or units in there. So I win by 1 point. What a close game. Bottom of turn 7. Thanks for the game, man. Good close game. Yeah, good game, man. Good game. All right. That was it.